The Philadelphia Phillies have been pretty quiet this offseason. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Hopefully you're all having a good day. Before I begin, if you have not yet, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please like this video. Share this out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm almost at 300 subscribers. If you could all help me get there, it would mean a lot to me. And for those of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. It means the world to me. All right. So let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies. All right. So this is one team that hasn't really made a splash this offseason, right? They did make their splash in re-signing their starting pitcher, Aaron Nola, to a long-term contract. And they came to agreement with players that were up for arbitration, and they made additional moves to their minor league system. Okay. Now, Bob Nightengale put out a report, and I thought it was interesting. And this was the one team that I wasn't thinking about, surprisingly. And that was the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay. He was talking about the Philadelphia Phillies potentially being the sleeper team to sign either Cody Bellinger or Jordan Montgomery. So it makes sense. It makes sense, right? So imagine if the Phillies signed Cody Bellinger. Can you imagine Cody Bellinger in that starting lineup? Same lineup as Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Brandon Marsh. That would be a killer lineup right there, right? And the Phillies would be that much better and would be a bigger threat to a team like the Atlanta Braves, who have a stacked team. All right. It does give them, the Phillies, a greater chance to finish at the top of the division and make a run in the postseason if they were to add a guy like Cody Bellinger. Okay. You might be asking, are they willing to spend that kind of money on a guy like Cody Bellinger? I would say the answer is yes. All right. If they were willing to spend money on Yoshinobu Yamamoto, they could spend that kind of money on a guy like Cody Bellinger. Now, I know one's a pitcher, the other one's an outfielder, but the point is they have money to spend, and they could go out and sign Cody Bellinger. But, we'll see what happens. There hasn't been anything said about the Phillies being interested in Cody Bellinger, but they could be that team that sneaks in and signs him. Personally, it's a possibility, even though I feel Cody Bellinger does re-sign back with the Cubs, but him playing for the Phillies, it does make sense to me. So we'll see how that plays out. We're getting closer to spring training here. And a guy like Cody Bellinger still has not been signed yet, surprisingly. Okay. Now, the other name that was brought up was left-handed starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery, who could be a great fit to that starting rotation, especially when you talk about Aaron Nola, Zach Wheeler, Ranger Suarez, Taijuan Walker. And if you add another lefty pitcher to that starting rotation, a guy like Jordan Montgomery, who can eat up innings, and he just came off of a World Series year, he most definitely can help the Philadelphia Phillies do well in the regular season, finish at the top of the division, and then make another run in the 2024 postseason. Okay. Even if the Phillies don't finish at the top of the division, I do feel as though they will make it in as a wild card. To me, I think they're a team that's guaranteed to make the playoffs. I'm confident in that. I know I'm speaking pretty loud, even though the season hasn't even started yet. But the Phillies are a good team, and if they were to add a guy like Jordan Montgomery, again in the NL East, they could be a threat and a scary team to play against. All right, but are they willing to spend that money? Again, I would say yes. They were willing to spend it on Yamamoto, right? Even though yes, that's a generational talented pitcher. He's a rare pitcher, especially at 25. But we're also talking about a 30 to 31-year-old Jordan Montgomery. And what kind of money would they offer Jordan Montgomery? I guess that's the big question. But if they were to add him, it would make their starting rotation a lot better. Not that their starting rotation is bad right now. It would just be a lot better. Okay. But then the other question for the Phillies is this. They were in talks with Zach Wheeler, one of their starting pitchers, talking with him about an extension. They haven't come to an agreement yet. Nothing's coming to fruition. And keep in mind, Zach Wheeler after this year will become a free agent. So would the Phillies be able to sign both Montgomery and be able to afford Zach Wheeler, assuming Zach Wheeler hits free agency? Are they willing to spend money on both of these guys? Right? We don't know, but it would be interesting to see. All right. But, we'll see how things continue playing out and through the remainder of this offseason. Again, spring training is right around the corner. And you have guys like Jordan Montgomery and Cody Bellinger that have not been signed yet. There's a lot of big-name free agents that are still out there that have not been signed yet. They've talked with other teams. Some teams have expressed interest, but nothing has been official. All right. So that's all I got for now. You all tell me, do you see the Philadelphia Phillies making a move for either Cody Bellinger or Jordan Montgomery? Or do you see them going after someone else that hasn't been signed yet? Or do you see them making a trade with a team to add to their lineup or their starting rotation or even their bullpen? You all tell me. Okay, let's load up the comments. Tell me if you agree, disagree. And if any news comes out, I'll definitely let you know. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Share this out with anyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.